My name is Sean.
I'm Amanda. This is Miles and Ruby and Samson.
So we bought this house 2 years ago, right before Christmas. And one of the things we really liked about it was the weird shaped yard. And that's when we knew we'd need some help on designing that.
And we figured this was going to be our forever home until our kids left, that we wanted to take the time and do it right versus what we've done in other houses, which is do little bits and it never feels complete. And so we really buckled in of how do we create this to be our forever home.
Okay, so when we moved in, the yard was, there was no landscaping at all. There was just a light layer of dirt
And
rocks underneath it. So it was a clean slate, which we were pretty excited about. As far as the slope in the yard goes, we were really confused about it when we saw the house because there was this big space between the back patio door and ground level, and we just couldn't really visualize it until they got some material in here and started shaping it. And we were able to do a bit of a, not tiered, but sloped really nicely. And yeah, we love it.
I think in the design of the yard, we both had our must-haves of the things we would like. And it took some compromising and tweaking, but I think we did it pretty much as a team.
Yeah, we sketched it out together, and it didn't quite look exactly as it does now, but
Better.
For the most part, we got all the things that we really wanted.
And I think it took a little convincing for the fake grass, but after talking with the team and some of the selling points, we got Sean on board quite quickly.
And I am a guy who likes to cut the lawn, and this fake grass is the best thing we've ever done. I have more time to play with the kids and, you know, do husbandly things.
And do work.
Yeah, work.
And do work. So when we designed the backyard, or we were talking to them about the layout of the yard and what needed to be included, because we have young kids, we wanted something that could grow with them. So we have a really big sports court and a place for sandbox and trampoline, which the hope is as they age, that's where the hot tub and the sauna, and it can become more adult friendly. But it meets every need, and especially with being stuck at home recently, it has been a dream with having young children.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, when we were doing the initial design, we can go in the backyard instead of going out to, you know, on a day trip. We can have it all right here.
Yeah.
Our experience with the landscape artist was truly unique. It was probably the most professional home improvement project I've ever been involved in. Right from the design, I think it starts all right there with the design. The design was bang on. And to the trades worked all together really well. And the one thing I really liked was that they cleaned up every night. There was piles and piles of dirt in the morning on the street, and when I would come home at night, it would be all swept up and clean, and it was just really professional.
They're phenomenal, and their communication, and again, I'd say professionalism, and just any little thing, they were right on it, and they were there, and I agree. Like, being home with the children, I didn't realize they were here, because they were always quick to clean up. If they left, it was tidy, so there wasn't a lot of stuff left out for little kids, and they were just amazing. My girlfriend had a neighbor who actually had them come in, and when I had told her that we were wanting to do a sports court, she said my neighbor used this company. They were amazing, phenomenal. She raves about them, and so she contacted her neighbor to get the information and passed it on and sent pictures of their sports court to show that it was legit and done correctly, and then I stalked them. When can you come? Please come. We want a backyard now.
As far as the materials that we selected, we did that with David at Landscape Artist, and he helped us and guided us in some areas that we maybe would have made wrong choices in. And we're really happy with all the materials that we selected, from the
Yeah.
pavers to the top of the deck there, and just everything that he picked. It was just, he had insight into everything that we had questions on.
And then with all of our trees and shrubs, Clayton was phenomenal. He sent over so many different varieties, and if I'd go back and be like, oh, but I want this, and he would say, that doesn't grow in Alberta, that's not gonna work, but I know you want color, so what about this? So just things that have bloomed at different times, and it's so colorful, and they have lasted through a winter and now spring and summer, and we're just amazed with the selection they gave for their bushes and shrubs too. The biggest thing I would say about the landscape artist is you won't regret it. You won't lay awake at night questioning your decision or wondering if you've done something wrong. Like, you can go to bed and rest and know that you're going to end up with a phenomenal project afterwards that you are going to love, enjoy, and be elated and thrilled about.
I would definitely recommend landscape artists for any backyard project. If you want professional experience, it's done right the first time, that's what you get.
Yeah, highly recommend them.